meeting to order. The first order of business is roll call, and all 7 board members are present, so we have a quorum. This meeting is open for business, and it's legally binding. Item 3 is our agenda, and we need to strike item 14B. And that's really the only change.
Excuse me just a minute, I don't have a judgment. Okay. I'm ready. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, so we'll strike 14B.
14B, strike it. All right, good, thank you.
So we need a motion to approve the amended
So moved.
agenda.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the amended agenda? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item 4 is our invocation and pledge of allegiance, and this afternoon we are going to be led by Mr. Chilton Elijah. I don't see him. There he is, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the
And Chilton is the grandson of Miss Linda Han, our board member, and also the son of our principal, Miss Tammy Han. So I'm very pleased to have him here. So thank you.
Lord, thank you for this day and allowing us to be here. Thank you for all the administrators that are here and help with all the decisions that we make today here in this meeting. We are praying.
Amen. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Kate. Item 5 on our agenda is listed as visitors, and this afternoon, Mr. Griffin wants to take a moment to recognize our principals and assistant principals.
October is National Principals Month, and due to that fact, we have the best principals in the world in Chilton County. So, and I say that without reservation. They have been wonderful to work with so far. So what I'd like to do is put them on the spot, and we'll go in alphabetical order because I'm an elected official and I don't want to give any preference to anybody. Get you to come up and say who you are and your position. So, Clinton Elementary, are they here?
Mark's here.
Okay. Mark Stevenson, Clinton Elementary Assistant Principal. Mr. Elko, the principal, is out running an after-school program.
Calling me right
No,
now.
she said she was coming.
Okay, good. So,
She can be last.
thank you. Clinton Intermediate.
Hey, Louise Pitts, Clayton Intermediate School Principal.
Roger Sheffield, Clinton Intermediate Assistant Principal.
Good deal. Clinton Middle.
Carla Moss, Principal.
Laura Ward, assistant principal.
All right. Chilton County High School, Mr. Deason is here by himself because the principal and the other assistant principal are at a conference they're required to be at. So, Mr. Deason, Mr. Deason, he is a huge Auburn fan, so I got him with a good joke. We're working on that, so let's see. What's next? Isabella? Isabella?
Ricky Porter, Principal.
Hey, yes.
Ellen Gillen, assistant.
Jemison Elementary?
Scott Ingram, Jefferson Elementary.
Megan Owens, assistant principal.
Jemison Intermediate?
DJ Nix, the principal. She's the brains behind the outfit.
Good deal. Jemison Middle?
Kendall Jackson, Jemison Middle School Principal.
Hey, Scott Ellison, Assistant Principal.
Okay. Jemison High School?
Ryan Callaway, Jemison High School. Christy Mims, Assistant Principal.
Okay. JKL. Maplesville. Are they here? Mr. Howard?
Hey, John Howard, Maplesville High School Principal.
Crystal Savitt, Assistant Principal.
Okay. OPQRST. Thorsby.
Corey Clements, I'm principal at Thorsby High School. Our sister principal is Mr. Tim Fortner. He's at football practice.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Lee Core Career Technical Center.
There's only Group Tech Director.
Okay. Mr. Bower at the Pass Academy.
Bill Moore, Pass Academy. Also have Vicki Mims with us today.
Okay, good deal. Did I leave anybody out?
Verbena, always verbena.
Oh, Rabina.
Champion principal.
Art collector, assistant
You
principal.
wanna do transportation?
Mr. Transportation, Mr. Hunter.
No, Jody, we have no.
Jody, you gotta stand up too. That did not happen. I did not skip Rabina, sorry. But we do appreciate all that you do. It's a tough job, and most people don't realize if you've never done it. Mr. Mims, Mr. Shannon, Mr. Moore, you know what a tough job it is, Mr. Smith. So we appreciate all that you do. So thank you very much for that.
Okay, item 6 is our minutes, and we need a motion to approve the minutes from August 21st, 2018, and September 18th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes from August 21st and September 18th, 2018? Okay, that motion was approved unanimously. Item 7 is the Finance Department. We have bank reconciliations and monthly financials presented by Ms. Laverne Williams.
Okay, I'm presenting September of 2018. We are at 100% because we are in 19 year currently. Our revenues this year were up over what I projected for last year. And our monthly operating fund is at 2.3.
Awesome.
So we're over.
Good.
Okay, does anybody have anything for Ms. Williams? Okay, we're going to move to item 8, personnel, and we'll do each one of these, each letter. The first one is item 8A.
Move that we approve retirements and resignations.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor of approving the retirements and resignations? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item 8B is a motion to approve new hires.
Move that we approve the recommendations.
Second.
The only thing on these, and I'm just gonna vote no, since we don't get any information on the certificates and we have to look them up ourselves. I did look it up, but there's probably about 6 to each of those names, and I did not have a middle name. So I don't know if they're certified or not. Without all the information, I can't look it up myself.
Is there further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the new hires in 8B? Okay, any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. 5 in favor, 1 against, and 1 recusal. Item 8B is substitutes. We need a motion to approve the substitutes.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the substitutes? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries 6 to 1. Item 8E is reassignments. We need a motion to approve the reassignments.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion?
Did we skip leave request?
It's on the back, bottom, I think. Mine's
Mine
next.
says D.
Okay, on this list is next. I don't know what I'm looking
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Item 8D is leave request. A motion to approve the leave request.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? All in favor of approving the leave request? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Now, excuse me, item 8E under personnel is reassignments.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion? All in favor of approving the reassignments? Okay, that motion passes unanimously. Item 8F is a request to post. We need a motion to approve the request to post.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion?
So if we don't have anybody out, this special ed paraprofessional is gonna be housed at Pass Academy?
That is correct, yes, ma'am.
Do we usually have a paraprofessional out every day or something, or lots, or
Could be. Yes,
is
ma'am.
this coming out of special ed money to be paid?
It will be, yes.
Will it affect what we're trying to get done, our maintenance of?
No.
Okay, is there further discussion? All in favor of approving to request to post? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Thank you. Item 9 is technology. We have E-rate for the system on there. We need a motion to approve the application submission for E-rate and to seek bids for cellular service by technology coordinator and the school system.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the application submission for E-rate? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item 10 is child nutrition, and we'll do both of those individually. First is 10A. It was bid 18-2. We need a motion to approve the bid for child nutrition 18-2 equipment.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion?
All right, the low bidder was Hawk Incorporated, and that is who's receiving the bid.
Is Tasha in here?
Is Ms. Hayes out there?
Were you addressing her or Ms. Williams, Mr. Mims?
Well, they could amend the bid to purchase from Hawk Incorporated, and they'll take care of it.
Okay,
They have to
yes,
do a little
all right.
bit of-
Okay, so is there further discussion? Okay, motion to approve, we got the motion. All in favor of approving the bid for 18.2 equipment? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. 10B is the CMP equipment bid 18-1. So we need a motion to approve the bid for 18-1, the double serving line at CIS.
Move that we approve the bid of, who was it?
All.
Is it Hawk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Hawk Equipment, yes.
Okay,
Second.
is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the bid 18-1, the double serving line for CIS? Okay, any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item 11, and we'll do each one of these. First is 11A. We need a motion to approve the Alabama State Department of Education dyslexia resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the dyslexia resolution? Any opposed? Okay, thank you. That motion carries unanimously. Item 11B is the TRIC School Safety Program. We need a motion to approve the school safety training program that'll be provided by the Clanton Police Department.
So moved.
Second. Are they gonna be teaching this to the?
Administrators.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a, basically a search program. I've been through it myself. It's good stuff. You'd be amazed where they try to hide stuff.
Is there further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the school safety training program, TRICS? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. Item 11C is the job description for the counselor social worker at Pass Academy. We have a motion to approve the job description.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion?
I have concerns. This job description, the qualifications are like listed for a counselor, but then when you go down to the performance, they're actually for a social worker. But in looking on the state Department of Social Workers. If they're gonna provide individual mental health counseling, they have to have a master's level in social work. And I mean, the job responsibilities are like sociology, they're like assessing the child. And I just think this is gonna get us in trouble. Because a social worker with a bachelor's cannot do any of this assessing by what I read on the state website.
Ms. Harrison, you want to address that?
Yes, I mean, we look at other school districts and, pull the job description basically from another school district, and talk to them, and that's the same things. They won't be doing any assessing, like the type of assessing that you're talking about, they won't be doing. They're just going to be providing counseling services to students in kindergarten through 5th grade.
Well, it says on here, individual mental health counseling.
It will be individual, I mean, and it is counseling, but it's not assessing them.
Well, they might do it, but I mean, on the state website, it says that they cannot provide individual mental health counseling unless they have a master's in social work. So I feel like we're opening ourselves up to a can of worms. And my other question is, Title IV funds is how it's gonna be paid. So if we don't get Title IV funds next year, is this position not there, or what on that too?
Ms. Harrison, you want to address the Title IV funds for the remainder of this year?
Yes, it will be, Title IV funds were approved for 3 years. We used, last year was the first year, this will be the second, and next year it's guaranteed for a 3rd year. After that, it will go back to the legislature, and yes, if we're not allocating the money again, then the position will not be there.
Well, that's my problems with it.
Is there further discussion? Sorry. Is there further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the job description for counselor social worker at Pass Academy? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries 5-2. Item 12 is a motion to approve the Pass Academy referrals.
Second.
Okay, is there discussion?
I brought this up in the past, and I'll say it one more time. I'm real concerned where we're heading when a student is caught with drugs on our campuses. Used to, they were expelled for 1 year. Now we're putting them in the Pass Academy, and I just don't feel like we're putting any bite behind that. And so I'm very concerned that's what we're doing here.
I'm in agreement with you. I had that. I mean, we send them home and they don't even get to do any work with a cell phone, and we catch them with drugs, and we let them go to the Pass Academy and continue rolling. That's my feelings too.
Is there further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the referrals for Pass Academy? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Item 13 is old and new business.
There was a complaint put in my box on me. Are we gonna address this, or how? I asked Mr. Jackson, and
Okay.
I understand you were supposed to contact me. I mean,
Mr. Mims, were you gonna make a motion for executive session?
I'll move that we go into executive session.
All in favor?
To discuss the good character name of the person. Okay, I'll wait for a while.
Any opposed? Okay, all right, so if you'll exit, then we'll come back. the AASB Delegate Assembly, and Mr. Griffin was going to say.
The Alabama Association of School Boards Annual Convention and Delegate Assembly will be held December 6th to the 8th, 2018. Due to the timing of our election, I make a recommendation that we assign the duly elected board chairperson and vice chairperson to assume those two delegate positions at that convention and delegate assembly in Birmingham on those dates.
Move that we accept the recommendation.
Second.
Is there discussion?
No one else volunteered for it? I got to take, make assessment.
I did.
No one else wanted to go? Okay.
And they can change it at the regular meeting
Yeah.
if they want to.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor of Mr. Griffin's recommendation that the AASB delegates will be the new chair and vice chair? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. We took off 14B, so we'll move to 14C.
I make a motion to approve the Chestnut Creek Heritage Chapel to be the repository for the school census records.
Move that we accept the recommendation.
Second.
Is there discussion?
I have a question.
Okay.
Now, when you say census record, what are you exactly talking about?
It's pretty interesting. There are records in the back here that we've held for many years that have names and dates and children's names and those kind of things where they kept up with census. Apparently, back in the day, when you registered your children for school, you had to provide that information as well because they were using that as a census function.
I resent back in the day. I helped do that.
Sorry about that.
So-
I'll give you an example. There's one from 1973 that has my grandparents' name on it with my mom on there.
Oh,
They used to go around door to door,
Yeah.
and I think it was every other year. Every other year they do a school census.
So, Mr. Jackson, is this legal for us to do this?
It is, yes, sir.
I'll make sure we don't get in trouble.
And I would encourage you to check it out once it goes down there. It's pretty interesting. Very interesting.
Is there further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving the Chestnut Creek Heritage Chapel request? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously.
I make a motion to approve the resolution to recognize November 13th as Retired Educators Day.
So move.
second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously.
I make a motion that Mr. Jackson serve until January 1st or a new attorney is hired.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries unanimously. And then,
Move that we adjourn. Whoop, I'm sorry. Take that motion back.
Could I say something
Yes, sure.
before y'all adjourn? The reason I'd like to is that this is the last meeting that a lot of us will have together, because this is the last regular meeting of this term. And I wanted just to take a few minutes to say thank you for this job. In describing this job, I remember a story that was told by Abraham Lincoln, where in a small Midwestern town years and years ago, a mob was carrying a man down the street to the center of town where they were going to tar and feather him. And a member of the media came over and asked him what he thought about being tarred and feathered. And he said, well, if it weren't for the honor of it, I'd much rather be somewhere else. And I'm not saying this job is like that, but I guess I'm crazy, but I like it. I love it, as a matter of fact, and I have really enjoyed working with all of y'all and doing the job all these years. And I certainly want to thank my parents, because my parents were not from Chilton County, and they made their first trip to Chilton County when my daddy got out of school at Auburn. And I heard the War Eagles out there. I grew up that way. But he interviewed for a job at Chilton County High School to teach agriculture, and he got it. And they didn't think they would stay long, but they loved it and they never left. And so my brother and I came along here, and we grew up here, and I've been here ever since, and my family is here. And I just really, really greatly appreciate the honor of representing this board and working with you people and the people I've worked with previously. It's been a great pleasure to me. I think I've mentioned to you before when we've talked that the times we live in are a bit disturbing, where we can pull out a phone and pick out information from all over the world and without any problem, but also a lot of things get out that are just crazy wrong. And somebody said to me the other day, I guess they thought they were helping me somehow, they said, "Do you realize that this new board is going to hire another attorney?" And I said, "Well, I certainly hope they are." And he said, "Why? Why do you say that?" And I said, "Because 7 months ago, I filed a letter giving notice that I was going to retire as board attorney and asked them to let me stay on until the end of the present term and then get an attorney." And I thought, if that kind of misinformation is out there, if you'll give me the leave to do it, I'd just like to briefly read the letter that I submitted that day because it expresses my feelings. It's addressed to all of you. It's dated March the 20th, 2018. And it says, "As you know, we're presently in a primary election season, which only occurs once every 12 years, when the superintendent and all 7 board seats are filled at the same time. Now that qualification for those positions has ended and the campaigns are underway, I would like to give notice of my resignation as board attorney, effective with the end of the present board's term of office in November of 2018. The timing of the notice is to keep it separate from both the election and its outcome. I have made the decision for several reasons, but the prime one is best stated in Ecclesiastes, where it states, 'To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.' I have served as attorney for the board for more than 40 years, and I have found it to be professionally rewarding, a professionally rewarding experience that enabled me to work for and with some outstanding people. I will never forget those people, and I will always appreciate the opportunities that they gave me. I wish each of you the very best in the future, and I wish the teachers, students, and employees of our Chilton County system every success in accomplishing the stated mission of this board, which is educating all students to their fullest potential." And so with that, I say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. It was a great pleasure.
Move that we adjourn.
All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, you are adjourned.
Hey, please join us for the reception out front, and I'm gonna say grace because I can legally do that since we're not in a board meeting.
That's right.
That's about it.